stroke, even cancer. These are all associated with the heart.
Okay.
Right, and heart and blood vessels, and cancer, of course. I mean, it could be many cancers all have these risk factors.
Right.
So it's a mixed spectrum of diseases, but which have common risk factors. And starting early in life is good, because you just asked me about aging.
Yeah.
Aging, I mean, what we need to remember here is that we have to start a little young.
So what you're saying is that if you're like a little, mature, and is it too late after that?
No, it's not. But always, see, these changes take time.
Yes.
Right? And these changes take time. It is always best to not let it, happen, and then try to, take control of it by swallowing pills, and then you try to change your lifestyle. So there's a good 10-15 years where these things happen inside your body. So that's the time that you need to set in. So I think physical activity must start very young, and I'm sure physical activity, I mean, the levels of these risk factors, physical inactivity, it's about 25 to 30% in our population. That's because the rural people are also there, and they do engage in more physical activity.
Right.
But in the urban areas, inactivity is very high because of the kind of jobs that we do. The children, they're watching TV, everyone is watching TV, they don't have time to be outside. I think it's very important, the physical activity. But that alone won't do it. That is why the Super 8. So we need to change all the other things. Sugar, salt, fruit and vegetable, trans fat, smoking, alcohol. Check your BMI, check your blood pressure.
Go look yourself in the mirror is what we're saying.
That's right.
All right, so getting to Travis, now you tell us about this event. What exactly is going down?
All right, so there's a lot happening. So for everyone who has registered, thank you very much for registering with Flora Facebook page.
What is the application form? How do you apply for this?
So there are two methods. So if you want, you can log on to your Facebook page and search for Flora Sri Lanka.
Okay.
And you can register yourself there. And if not, you could come early as 6 o'clock. Those who want to compete in the 9-kilometer competitive men's run or 6-kilometer competitive women's run, so they could come as early as 6 to register. And there is a fun run as well, which would approximately start around, say, 7:30, 7:45. So we plan to start the event around 7 o'clock with pedal pushers being there to ride. So it's Runner, Ride, Save Life. So they'll be taking the route. So the route would extend around Rajagiriya, starting off from Independence Square. So the route would go through Bullers Road and towards Rajagiriya. So it will be sort of a circle that they will be competing on. And there'll be prizes for the 9-kilometer and the 6-kilometer competitive runs.
What are the prizes? If you don't mind me asking.
There is a 50,000 rupee cash check for the winners of both competitive runs for the first place, and there is 25,000 rupees for the second place and 15,000 rupees for the third place. And of course there is also exciting prizes for everyone who's participating, because Flora being associated with health, we are planning to give some Orbitrax and mountain bikes, and of course some vouchers so that they could go buy some stuff from a leading sports retailer.
Right. I've always wanted a mountain bike. I'm sorry, I had to relate. Alright, so apart from the obvious reasons, why did you want to make physical activity?
So it's related to Flora. So like Dinesh mentioned, you know, Flora's mission is to make world's heart healthier. So when we got this idea, or when this was proposed to us, we thought, you know, it's a good time for us also to take this initiative in Sri Lanka, and also to lend a helping hand for every Sri Lankan who thinks that, you know, who want to be fit and who want to take active lifestyle in their life.
Right. Who is this run open to? Now, can I, for example, me, a young, strong lad like myself, who is this open to?
So all we say is anyone who's fit enough, anyone who wants to contribute towards the cause, which is upgrading facilities at the Karapitia Hospital Cardiac Unit.
Right.
So if you're fit and if you want, you can come along with your family, because after the event there'll be sort of events that your family also could be a part of it.
Oh really? Please enlighten me.
So we plan to have some events, like maybe for children some events, and also some healthy food stores, and of course, like doctor mentioned, there is Super Eat concept, so we'll be projecting that as well. So we'll be educating people around that as well.
Okay, now this cash prize and everything, all these prizes sound very interesting, also in aid of the hospital. Now doctor, a lot of places that have these amazing runs or marathons, like the Boston run, like people tend to practice like a lot before they even start running. What is your suggestion for the people at home? What should they do to prep for this event?
Well, it's only 2 days more.
Yeah, it's this weekend. It's not 2 days, really, like literally day after. So.
Well, I mean, this is a competition, right? So I guess the people who really want to take part in that, they would be the ones who are the fitter ones. But then there's the other one also. Yeah, I mean, it's really your contribution, your heart for another heart.
True.
Right? So I think, leaving aside the real endurance and all that, you can always, take part in that.
Yes.
So I think that should be the message and the spirit.
Right.
But the ones who are fit, yes, you just carry on with your physical, your training. But the target that we really enforce is just half an hour of exercise, moderate exercise per day is enough. But those who are actually training to be the competitors would need more training on that. But for an average person, whether you're small or whether you're old, it is just half an hour. And that, if you do, I'm sure the question you asked me earlier about aging won't really be a much ado. Right?
It would be beautiful to see, as everyone, even if you don't manage to run, just to see people showing up for the event. The spirit is what
I think is important.
Absolutely. The 3 kilometer
I think
walk,
it's doable.
it's not really, you can run, walk, or whatever you want to
half an hour.
Just 3 kilometers. So
I know which event I'm taking part for.
The first one.
Hopefully not. Maybe the 3K. That sounds very, very good to me. I'm not very a sporty person, as you can see. Anyways, going apart from that, now if a person can't make it, unfortunately, under circumstances that can't make it on Sunday, how else could they be part of helping this hospital as well? How can they be part of this?
So right now, Flora is also contributing 20 rupees from every tub of Flora that is being purchased. So they could support by way of that as well. And of course, ideal thing is if they can be a part of it, they would be pledging towards the cause as well.
And there's also some merchandise that's been sold at the event, and the proceeds from that, so they're selling some caps, bottles, heart for heart bottles and so on, and the proceeds of that will also go towards the cause.
Could you give me a bit more details? When is it starting? What time for the people at home watching? Alright, so it's 8th of September. It's a Sunday. So for those who want to take part in the competitive run, which is the 9 kilometer men's and the 6 kilometer women's, be there at 6 o'clock. If you haven't registered, to register yourself, because we would be starting off at 7 o'clock. And for everyone who wants to take it a bit easy, bit light, just like you, you could come.
There's a shame shot now. Just have this shame shot.
No, nothing like that. So it'll be at 7:30. We'll be starting off the walk. So you could be a part of that. And for everyone who are fit enough and who wants to ride, so you all could be a part of the pedal pushers. So their registration also would start around 6 o'clock. So be there, you all can be a part of that. So it's run or ride, save lives.
I like that. Could you say that one more time? Say that one last time. Run or ride?
Save lives.
I'm still going to end the show with that. Unfortunately, we're out of time right now. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you. Most definitely, people should be there on the 8th of September at 6 p.m. if they're running the 9 and the 6K.
6
a.m. Not 6 p.m., 6 a.m. Be there for the 6K and the 9K. That's right.
Yeah.
Drill that into your head. Get there and support somebody. All right. Thanks a lot, Doctor, Trevin, and Dinesh. Oh my God, it's been fun. I had a great time. And again, health and lifestyle, we're pushing it forward. Thank you so much for watching Good Morning Sri Lanka. Check out our Facebook page on www.facebook.com/Good Morning Sri Lanka. Click the like button and stand a chance to win merchandise by MTV. I'm your host, Jason. This is Good Morning Sri Lanka.